Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm back with another video, and for those who have been following my channel will know that I've actually been traveling for the past 2 or so weeks, and I just flew back 3 days ago, and I was actually going to jump on board with the Dewey's 24 readathon challenge, but I decided not to, mainly because I literally just flew back the day prior and I was not in the mood, nor did I have the energy to film, edit, and read for 24 hours. Plus I had a wedding to go to, so super busy that weekend. And now that I'm back, I was going to jump on and do my May TBR, so let's just get right into it. So before I jump into it, let me just do a super quick 30-second, 1-minute recap of April. So because I've been super busy, I only gave myself 6 books to read, and I still failed that very miserably. I'll link the video above in case you want to check out the list of books that I wanted to read during April. But out of the 6 books, I only finished 3, and I only managed to pick up the 4th one, and essentially only read a paragraph during my work trip and just put it back down again. So I didn't actually really pick it up until I arrived back into the States, and so I still have these 3 books I need to finish for May. I have Little Fires Everywhere, Turtles All the Way Down by John Green, and Talking as Fast as I Can by Lauren Graham. This is the book that I kind of started. I am currently on page very little, by the way, guys. I think I'm page like 12. So clearly I'm not making much progress in here. I meant to read this on the trip, but honestly the other book, Bonfire, took a lot longer than I expected. I only had maybe about 50 pages left, and I brought it with me because I wanted to at least finish that book, and by the time I finished that book, half of my trip was already over. So yeah, not the greatest. But so I'm going to finish these 3. I'm definitely going to finish these 3 during this month, but we'll see how the rest of this month goes. So the first book that I want to read, or technically the 4th book on this TBR list, since I still have to include the last 3 books that I didn't finish for May, and that book is The Shining by Stephen King. I just got this from the library. I'm reading this for my Read Harder challenge. It was to read a classic novel and a genre fiction, and this is obviously a classic horror novel, so I'm really excited for this one. I haven't read this book or watched the movie, and I would not watch the movie because I hate horror movies, but books wise, I'm okay with horror. Usually my imagination actually for horror isn't that intense, so I can deal with the scariness of it, but when it comes to movie and everything is played out in front of me, oh my god, that's the worst. So I'll be reading this book and I hope to finish it. It doesn't seem like it'll be very difficult. There's like 600 pages, but the font seems to be very big, so I think it'll be okay. So this is the first book that I aim to finish during this month. So the next book that I want to pick up to finish this month is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. I have heard so many good things about this book, and I have been dying to pick this up, and I actually bought this book because I heard it's so good, and I haven't picked this up yet, obviously. But this book, I believe, won 2 Goodreads Choice Awards, which is the young adult as well as the debut Goodreads author. So I mean, it won 2 awards out of what, the 14 categories, I believe, so should be pretty good. So the main reason why I'm picking up this book is because it won the Goodreads Choice Award. It won 2 of the categories, as I already stated, and if I finish this one this month, then I've actually, on top of the 2 that I'm supposed to finish for April, then this will be the 5th book that I will finish, in which case I will be golden in terms of 1 book a month. So I'm really hoping to get to this book. So next book on this list is The Library of Fates by Didi Corona. I hope I pronounced her name right, but I actually picked up this book, or wanted to pick up this book, a while ago for the In Love-a-thon readathon challenge. I believe it's for like the pink red cover, and I didn't pick it up obviously because I just kind of got bogged down with other books. So I'm hoping to finish this book and return it to the library, since I still have it from the library. But I'm really excited for this one. So the next book on my list is Free Fall by Joshua David Bellin. I actually received this book during my book box back in October, so I'm slowly catching up, very slowly, but I'm pretty excited for this one. This was the YA pick. So for those who are interested in checking out the unboxing to see what I received, or what Emily and I received during October, I will link it above in case you want to check out that video. So next book on my list, and one that I'm pretty sure I will not finish, to be honest, I'm pretty sure it's gonna roll over to my next month, but that is The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. Kristen Hanna is pretty much by far my favorite author of all time, and I saw her book back in February for book of the month and I knew I had to pick it up, which is I did obviously, and I'm really excited for this one. I haven't read The Nightingale yet, but I purchased it recently, so that's on my bookshelf somewhere and I'm going to finish that sooner or later, but I'm going to pick up this one first. So for the next two books, they're actually part of a series, and one of them specifically is book 7, and I only read the first 2 books, so I had to go to the library and check out the rest of the series before I was able to actually pick up this book, because I can't exactly read book 7 without any of the previous books except for the first 2 books knowledge. So that is the Chronicles of Nick series, and I had to check out all of them. The 7 is the one that I have, and the rest of them were ones I checked out from the library. So I'm not really sure how much I'll finish reading in terms of, you know, getting all of these books done this month, but these are definitely on my list in terms of books I'm aiming to finish for the month of May. So my next pick is another series again. I have read up to book 8, and then I received book 9, and somehow skipped 10, received book 11 as a Goodreads giveaway, and 12 missed that as well. I think there's book 13 or it's coming out, something like that. So I had to go to the library and pick out the ones that I'm missing, but that is the Charlie Davidson series. So I have 11, 10, 11, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Wow, that was really hard. So I have to finish these books sometime soon because they've been sitting on my shelf for a very long time, and I did really enjoy the first 8 books, so I'm hoping that these books will continue to be as enjoyable as the previous books. So for the last 2 books on my TBR list were books that I was a little bit hesitant in picking, mainly because I don't actually know what books they are as of yet. One of them is part of a book club, and they haven't announced the book for May yet, and that is the name of the book club. It's founded by a group of booktubers slash bloggers from Australia, and I found this out via the Little Book Owl. And so it's like a sci-fi slash fantasy monthly book club, and last month it was The Assassin's Apprentice, which I actually checked out, but by the time the book arrived it was too late and I completely missed out on the whole book online discussion and whatnot. So I'm hoping that for May I will be able to be notified earlier, or at least be on top of it more, because I was very busy and didn't really have time to go check it out and whatever, so that was mostly my fault. So for this month I'm hoping that they'll announce it soon. They said they're going to announce it this week, but I haven't heard anything yet, so we shall see. But as of right now, I don't even know if I'll like the book, but I do enjoy sci-fi slash fantasy novels, so we'll see if the book that they pick this month will be something I'll be interested in reading. I might not even want to read it, so in which case this book would not be on my TBR list, but as of right now I'm aiming to be part of that May, so I'm hoping to read it. The last book on my list is the one that everyone in New York City will be reading. Well, not everyone in New York City, but for those who are interested in it. And they started last year, I believe. It was like the one book thing, and they have one that's like one movie where they basically have the city vote on a book that they want everyone to read. There's 5 books. I will post a little video here that when I was going down the website, so you can see what are the options. The book that I picked was The Manhattan Beach by Jennifer Egan. That was the book that I was most aware of, so I picked that one. I really don't know what book they're going to pick. I think they're announcing it later this month. I'm not really sure, but they're going to announce it sometime soon in the next few days. So once that book is out, I'll see if I really want to read that book, because there were a few books, like 2 or 3 books on there that I was not interested in reading at all. It's like not my forte or my interest whatsoever, in which case I probably would not be reading and participating in this one book program. But if it's a book that I'm interested in, specifically Manhattan Beach, or the other one I'm interested in, there's 2 I believe, then I might enjoy. But so right now, so that's why these 2 books are kind of up in the air, because I don't even know if I will actually be reading these 2 books depending on which books they end up picking. So anyways, that's all the books on my TBR. As you can tell, it's a very, very intense list. I think I'm trying to make up for the fact that my April was so bad. Like, it was really bad in terms of reading. I was gone for 2 weeks, and I think I read 2 books, like finished 2 books, and I started a 3rd one. Not even counting like the paragraph that I read for Little Fires Everywhere. I'm not counting that one because one paragraph does not count in terms of starting a book. So I'm trying to make up for that fact, I think, and I'm hoping that I finish most of the book. I don't know, but this month will definitely be a lot slower in terms of things I have to get done. But anyways, that is all I have to say for this video. I was going to do more of like a blurb for each book, but honestly, there's so many books and a lot of them are kind of well known. I mean, The Hate You Give is very, very popular. The Shining, or they're books that like everyone knows. So I figured if you guys are interested in it, I will link all the book links below. So if you want to check out more of an in-depth synopsis, I'll link everything down below for you guys. But that is everything in terms of what I have to say for this video. If there are any books in this list that you've read already or want to read, do let me know in the comments below. But that's it, guys. As always, if you like this video, please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. That's it for today, guys. Thank you. Bye.